Hey friends, so today's video, I am going to give you a tour of a new AI assistant from Sana. If you don't know, Sana is a really interesting L&D company. So they have a fantastic LXP. They got this new product called their AI assistant or knowledge assistant, which you can try out. And it's free. So there's a free version for everyone. If you're used to conversational AI tools like ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, it has a lot of those features, but it has other specifics too, especially if you are an organization which is trying to just centralize all of the information, but make it easier for your workforce to surface information, to work with that information and get the right answers. So I'm going to show you 4 things that I really like about the tool specifically. So you can see on the left-hand side of the screen here, you've got all the basic options that you're probably used to for a lot of these tools. So on the home screen right now, we're going to go through templates. You can also have meetings. So you can connect in, you see here your calendar, and you get a note taker. So AI note takers are pretty popular. You can use it for that should you wish to. You can talk with files and add files. You can look at what's shared with you if you're using this in your organization. So loads of great options there to share some of that stuff that's probably hiding away on other platforms in one space. And we also have integrations and other components that we're going to talk about. But first things first, if we look very quickly at the bottom here, you'll be used to how this works in most conversational AI tools. You can enter a prompt or a question here. And what we're also able to, which I quite like, is you can either say to the AI system, do you want to search the web? Or do you want to select a specific source? So you can select a source that exists. I haven't got anything in my database right now, but you could select a source that exists within your company or any other PDF or file that you've uploaded. So that's just a good thing to note. So first of all, I'm going to take you through my workspace. So you would note here that my workspace, I have called it Dune because I've seen the recent Dune movie. So I'm quite still excited about that. And then you can see this little drop down here under the bit Neuron. So Neuron is what I have called my AI assistant. And what I really like about this tool is that you can create multiple assistants in one place for different tasks. So different profiles for different things. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later on. So we jump into settings. What you can see here is the ability to customize your assistant to a deep level. So you can see here, I have called my assistant Neuron, and I've given it a personality. So I've been really specific on, what is its background? What does it need to know? What it will be helping me in doing? And you can see there I set as an evidence-based assistant using logic and reason to provide answers, and its background is in L&D. In terms of responses, I've been very clear on how I want it to respond. So I really like that as a way to continue to customize what I'm working with. And one of my favorite things is this element here with creativity. So how much randomness do you want to allow an assistant to have? This is really cool because in most of the public large language models like ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, as a kind of average Joe user, you don't really have access to what's called the temperature of the tool to change kind of how creative it can be. So you can have one scale. If we were to go up to 10, we'd get like super creative responses, but maybe not as factual, maybe some hallucinations in there. Or we can kind of bring this all the way down and really focusing on being precise, being fact-based, and focusing on the specific documents that we're working with. Again, you've got the kind of usual stuff here, as in who can view this, can it be enabled to connect to the internet, who can edit, really simple stuff. And then what you can see here on the right-hand side is what this looks like to a user. So if a user would come on as an example and say, what's your name? It would say Neuron, which is great. And then what's your expertise? And then this is what it would tell the user of the tool. So it gives you a preview into how your end users can be using this, and you can add more tests. You can run those tests to make sure that it's working in the way that you want it to. So first things first, I think the ability to create multiple assistants is really cool. And that's something that other tools aren't doing as easily right now. And like I say, this is free, so you can go try this tool out today and play around it yourself. So another thing that I really like here is templates. Now you can see all of these different prompt templates, which is super handy if you haven't got a prompt library yourself or in your organization, and you can add to this. But these are just some things to start off. So as an example, we could click into competitive analysis and we get this prompt here. But we can run this template straight from the tool. So we could select a source. So you can see here as an example, there's some test resources. We could select one of them and we could say, run this template with that resource. So again, prompt templates, really good to have. Fantastic feature that is all in one place instead of having stuff on Notion or other places to try and grab your prompts. And then integrations. So as you can see here, we have the ability to add loads of integrations. So if you're in an organization which is going to be using a lot of these tools already, you've kind of got this one-stop shop to say, add in some of the stuff that's already there. You could request more. You could potentially speak to the team about any specifics you have in your organization. But what I like is the ease of doing this. Other tools can do this, but not as easy as it seems here, especially if you are a team that's not very technical. The ability to go on and say, can I just add in Teams? Can I add in my Slack data? Can I connect into SharePoint to make sure that we're able to surface content all in one place is super beneficial. And of course, as I've said at the beginning of this, the kind of real selling point for this is you can get this for free right now. So there is a free version, there is a enterprise version, and you can find out more about that in a accompanying article to this video as well, where I deep dive down into more of the specifics of the things that I like. But look, as a quick starter for 10, this is a very interesting large language model. If you are looking for something that's a bit more styled to organizations and being more business friendly, this may be one that you want to check out. So look, that's it today, folks. I hope that's helpful. Any comments, leave them wherever you are finding this video today, and I will speak to you in the next one.